This is NDTV, and you're watching Classics.
India Inc. comes to you this week from a village in Haryana. We're here as part of this special season on corporate social responsibility to do an episode on the Bharti Mittal Group, who, as one of India's newer companies, are new to the business of corporate social responsibility. They began to take it seriously only in 2006, but between then and now have built more than 200 rural schools which attempt to bring a higher standard of education to rural India. So remarkable has been their success in this area that they recently were counted among 4 Indian companies in a list that Forbes magazine brings out on companies that do especially well in the field of corporate social responsibility. It is now recognized that possibly the biggest flaw in India's development has been the failure to invest in our human capital. In just over 10 years, India will overtake China as the country with the largest population in the world. This will include the largest number of young people of any country. If these young people are healthy and educated, they are India's greatest asset. If not, we face a future nightmare of social tensions. Why do you think that India didn't invest in human capital?
Well, to my mind, I think we should have done that. And that is where I want to make a point, where we stand at the crossroads today. Rather than looking at why have we not done, we should look at what should be done in the future. And to my mind, a public-private partnership program is absolutely important. The government must provide the platform for the private sector to come and be partners and bring in their own management skills and execution skills to ensure that quality education goes to the last of that child who cannot go to school or who may not end up going to school.
As an Indian and as somebody who's been concerned with these things, this young population that we have, and what you said is quite correct, that if they're not educated and not healthy, they become a real problem for the country. And if they are, then they become the greatest wealth that we have. How do you see it going? Truthfully, do you see us overcoming our difficulties and winning this battle or losing?
I would say what I see today on the ground, there are initiatives and activities which are happening. But are they happening in a holistic manner all across the country? Since I have not traveled all across the country into the rural hinterland, it will be very difficult for me to make a sweeping statement, but maybe a lot more needs to be done. All the villages where we have our schools, you should see the community participation. The parents come in the morning and they are in awe of what is happening because they have not seen this type of education, this type of teaching. The midday meal are being cooked by the women in the village. So we pay 5 rupees a meal per day per child, and she brings the ration, she brings everything. She gives good quality food because it is the children of the village. Unlike a contractor who will try to compromise on the quality of the food and serve whatever they would like to serve. So clearly the community is participating in a big way into this program.
So you're hopeful that we will overcome our difficulty with the young people and that we will win and educate them?
I'm an optimist. I have been an optimist all my life, and I see no reason why this will not happen. It may take some time. It may take I would say, more efforts from required from
We haven't
every
got
quarter.
time. We have a window now.
Unfortunately, we don't have time, and that is where I think the governments of the day, the private sector, the corporates need to come forward in making every penny which can actually bring smiles to these children, which can actually bring good health to these children. यही गांव के रहने वाले हैं? तो कैसा लग रहा है जब बच्चे यहाँ पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं? पहले कहाँ पढ़ते थे बच्चे आपके?
सरकारी स्कूल में गाँव में।
सरकारी में? तो वहाँ से क्यों निकाला आपने?
जी सुविधा नहीं लगी बच्चे हमारे गाँव का नहीं आया। हाँ जी वृद्ध माँ कह रहे बहुत अच्छा।
मास्टर नहीं आता था वहाँ?
जी आओ तो हाँ जी फिर बच्चे पे ध्यान नहीं देते थे जी ज़्यादा में।
ध्यान नहीं देते थे?
बच्चे कोई इधर खेल रहा है, कोई मट्टी के साथ खेल रहा है, कोई लड़ाई कर रहा है, कोई या जी बच्चा ना बोलने की भी तमीज सीखी जी। और जी उन्हें सारे काम की तमीज है, पढ़ाई की भी तमीज है जी। पूरा स्कूल में तो जावेंगे जी, कपड़े बदलने की भी तमीज है जी। फिर दूसरे बदल का फिर खाना मांगेंगे माँ बाप का जाएगा जी। और जी माना कहना नहीं आता अंग्रेजी में बच्चा मन पढ़ा या थारी गुड मॉर्निंग के बोला जी थैंक यू करण जी जाएगा जी।
गरम कैसे रहता है ये सब?
गर्म ही लेके आते हैं मैडम रख के वैसे अच्छी तरह। यहाँ आने के टाइम भी दोबारा गर्म करके ही लाते हैं मैडम, सारा उसी टाइम बना के लाते हैं ना।
और कितनी देर लगती है ये सब बनाने में?
2-2.5 घंटे लगे मैडम। बच्चे और स्कूल लगने के बाद बनाना।
आपके बच्चे भी यहाँ पढ़ते हैं?
हाँ मैडम एक लड़की।
The Bhartiya Foundation now runs more than 230 Satya Bharti schools in villages in northern India. These are schools that offer free primary education to children who would otherwise either not be in school or be forced to rely on government schools where teaching is irregular at best.